of 7 and a wife, and even if you were nothing else, that's really impressive. But God has called her to bring the truth of His Word and His kingdom to women and families. She has a ministry. She and her husband have a ministry called Better Than Blended, about seeing the kingdom and healthy family life for blended families. I just love everything that she's doing and her as a person. And so help me welcome up Rachel Scott.
Woo! Woo!
Thank you, ladies. I'm definitely excited to be here, and thank you for that prayer, because that definitely helped me work through some of the nerves that I was feeling. So I know that was for me. I felt it. Okay, so today there's been a lot that's been on my heart concerning when I was asking God, what does He want me to share with His daughters? And I have a message, and sometimes the message can look one way, and other times it can look another way. But every time I went and I would ask the Lord, how do you want me to shape this message for your daughters today? I kept hearing purpose, assignment, and focus. So that's really what I'm going to be sharing through my message today. I have this movement called I Can't Come Down. And in the movement, I really encourage moms, I encourage women. My goal is to just encourage us to walk in our assignment, our God-given assignment. And that's kind of where this what I'm going to share with you today is going to give some clarity to, because I believe that oftentimes we have a little confusion between purpose, assignment, and it throws off our focus. So I want to kind of start with this story that happened today, because there's always something exciting that happens, the day that you have to share something. And today I was trying to get everything together, make sure the house was together before I made it here. And so I went to Aldi's. Aldi's is a store that I go to, and when I go there, I expected there to be a whole Aldi's there. But today there wasn't. I wasn't prepared for there to be half an Aldi's there when I got there, though. So I go in there, and I'm doing my shopping, and I'm like, okay, the meal that I have planned for today is going to be a really quick meal. I like to make tuna, and I make it from what I like to call scratch. So I actually take the tuna steaks, and I go through the whole process of making the tuna. My kids love it. Like, okay, I'm going to have tuna, I'm going to have some chips on the side, perfect. And I walk over to the freezer section, only to find no freezer section. And I'm like, where's the freezer section? So I thought maybe I missed it. I knew that there was construction going on, and I thought maybe I missed the entire freezer section. Let me go back around the store and look again. And I go look, there's no freezer section. So I grab someone that works. I'm like, hey, I'm looking for some tuna. Maybe you have it in the back. Maybe I missed it. Maybe you have to come and ask the employees to go grab the items for us, because the freezer section does not exist. Can you tell me where the freezer section is at? And he's like, yeah, that's been gone since like Thursday, but we had a sign up for like 3 weeks. You didn't see it? I'm like, no, I didn't see a sign. What? Okay, so this is throwing my whole plan off, right? But I still have to get dinner together. I still have to get all these things prepared. And it really prepared me for what I wanted to talk about today, which is that no matter what, we have to stay focused on that assignment. So I want to come out of Nehemiah. And it was funny, because originally I said grab your Bible and turn to the book of Nehemiah when I was writing this, but then I realized that we can just go to our phones for that. So if you could go to Nehemiah 6 for me. And I'm going to read through Nehemiah 6, 1 through about 9. I may skip a few things just for the sake of time, but I'm sure everyone kind of has their phones out. Okay, so Sanballat, Tobiah, Shisham, the Arab, and the rest of our enemies found out that I had finished rebuilding the wall, and that no gaps remained, though we had not yet set up the doors in the gates. So Sanballat and Geshem sent a message asking to meet me. I'm sorry, I'm reading the NLT just so you know. To meet them at one of the villages in the plain of Ono. But I realized they were plotting to harm me. So I replied by sending this message to them. I'm engaged in a great work, so I can't come. Why should I stop working to come to meet with you? 4 times they sent the same message, and each time I gave the same reply. The 5th time, Sanballat comes, and I'm shortening this part, he comes with a letter, and in the letter, he's saying, hey, we're hearing this, that, and other about this wall, and you're trying to replace this person. And again, this is my favorite part, just because I felt his attitude when he said it. He said, there's no truth to what you're saying. That's the story. You are making up the whole thing. And then he says, they were trying to intimidate us, imagining that they could discourage us and stop the work. So I continued the work with even greater determination. I love this story because it helps me to see the importance of not only our purpose, but staying focused on our purpose. So Nehemiah was given an assignment. Well, what I believe tends to happen with us is that we confuse purpose and assignment. So what I heard God say is that we all have a unified purpose. When we are born again into the kingdom of God, our purpose then becomes for us to make disciples, to bring more people into the kingdom of God. Well, what often gets attacked, what we are often confused sometimes about, or we need more clarity on, is that assignment. How is that purpose fulfilled through me? How am I supposed to walk out so that I can bring people into the kingdom of God? And so a tactic of the enemy, when he's going against us, he's not even really going against us. This is something I had to realize, that the enemy is not my enemy. The enemy is God's enemy. So those tactics that are coming towards me against the purpose, not my purpose, the purpose, is the greater purpose. When they were building the wall, it was for the greater purpose. Right. And each one was given an assignment towards that greater purpose. And it was that assignment. I don't think that symbolic here who it was. It could have been Nehemiah, it could have been somebody in the joke. It wouldn't have mattered because he was trying to tear down that greater purpose. And so Nehemiah had to stay focused on the assignment that God had given him to help the wall. Nehemiah had a part though. It was not Nehemiah's purpose. He had a part. He had a specific assignment to help that purpose be fulfilled. And then each person that came alongside, I believe in chapter 5, it talks about each person that came alongside and helped to rebuild the wall. They were all part of the assignment. It is the purpose that we are created for. It's the purpose, and that's the word I want to emphasize. The purpose, which is to bring people into the kingdom of God, not my purpose. And when we look at it that way, it's a little bit easier to understand that there's different ways that my assignment can be played out now. Because when I'm thinking, okay, my purpose, typically we're looking at this sole one thing. What is my purpose? What is my purpose? But when we see it as assignments, I was a teacher, and they have this new thing called differentiation, and I love it. Because what it does is that it allows you to have one purpose. I want you to learn this one thing, but I have to come up with different ways to teach it. I have to establish different ways of how I'm going to teach you this one thing. And I believe that that's what God is calling us to do, is to understand that we have a unified purpose in the kingdom of God. When we become born again, we are now born into this new purpose of bringing people, bringing souls to Christ. But how I do it, through speaking or through writing, may be different than how an artist does it, may be different than how a mom does it, may be different than someone that's a worker and they have to go to their job every day and be a light. But it's all for the same purpose. Does that make sense to everyone? Amen. Okay, so purpose is defined as the reason for which something is done or created, for which something exists. Whereas an assignment, the root word of that is assign, which means to allocate a duty or a job, to designate or set aside for a specific purpose. So the whole point in it, again, and I'm going to keep repeating this, is that your assignment and your purpose are two different things. But here's what happens. We tend to lose focus either for one reason or the other, because we feel like we don't know our purpose, or because the enemy has distracted us. And when I hear the word distract, I really feel like it's distract. He does things to try to move us off the track because he is targeting that assignment. He is trying to get to that assignment. If he can throw you off track and that assignment isn't done, then the purpose cannot be fulfilled.
Yep,
and it is our heart and it is our desire. And many of us want, we feel it. We're like, Lord, if only I could get this purpose, if only I could get to this place where I'm doing what I've been called to do, then I will feel more complete in you. But the key and what the enemy knows is that we're too focused on the purpose and we miss the fact that this little thing that I'm doing right here is an assignment. Yeah. And this assignment will help fulfill the purpose. And this big thing I'm doing over here, that's an assignment too. And that assignment will help fulfill the purpose. And so when we realize that it is the purpose, but my assignment is significant, no matter what it is, and my assignment is just being there and being an encourager to someone. And this person comes to me all the time with the same problem over and over and over and over, but I still have to be encouraged and encouraged. And one day, that person sees Christ and recognizes something they hear something, something clicks. That was my assignment. And then the assignment can change next time. And the assignment can change. And the assignment one day, if you go out of town somewhere, your assignment may be completely different than what your assignment is in town. But it's all in being in tune with God's voice and what he is saying. I believe the enemy's goal is to destroy purpose by attacking the assignment. So I may have said that already, but I really believe that that's his ultimate goal. I always say that the enemy doesn't distract us. He doesn't go all the way into next year and say, this next year for her is just going to be miserable, horrible, everything bad. He's like, tomorrow's going to be really, I'm going to figure out a way to throw her off tomorrow. And then the next day, and then when I look up, guess what? My whole year has been horrible. I can't figure out why. But he didn't do all the way out there. He was like, I'm going to focus on today. Because see, she's focused over there, and she's not fully present in today. She's not focused on today. What I love about Nehemiah is that when it came time, so Sanballat continued to come to him with all these things, 4 or 5 times, all these complaints, and making up stuff about him. But one of my favorite parts about it is when you skip down to verse 13 and 14, he says, they were hoping to intimidate me and make me sick. Then they will be able to accuse and discredit me. This is what he does. Remember, oh my God, all the evil that Tobiah and Sanballat have done. And remember, the names in the Bible can be quite, So someone say for Mediah, the prophet, and all the prophets like her who have tried to intimidate me. So he didn't take the frustration of that and say, oh, what am I going to do? You know what? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to set some people up for him. We're going to plot on him. Because if we plot on him, I won't have to worry about him. He had enough people to where they could have came up with their own scheme. They could have came up with their own plan, gotten rid of those 3. But he didn't. What he did when the purpose was being attacked was he went to the person who he needed to go to, which was God. He said, you know what, God, they keep coming at me. I'm
That's
really
a
getting
message
frustrated.
right there.
They're trying to intimidate me. They're trying to discredit me. But he's your problem. So let me go ahead and pass him right along to you.
That's
and
right.
now he had to deal with God. And so in time, what begins to happen is as we begin to focus on our assignment, recognize the tactics of the enemy, realize that it is not my enemy. This is God's enemy. The enemy existed before we were ever even here. There was darkness among the face of the earth. Why? The enemy's presence was already, he'd already fallen from heaven. Okay? There was darkness on earth. His presence was already here. And the light of God is what came in. His light is what lets us know that he was already present. So he's not my enemy. I wasn't even here when he became an enemy. He's God's enemy. So every time he comes towards me, God, I need you to take care of this situation. I need you to intervene on my behalf. And see, something I realized is that I wanted to put a time limit to when that happened. Like, it would be good if you would do this next week because the situation is happening next week. I need you to kind of step in on, right? But the way that God works, and we know this, is that his timing is not our timing. But when he does, it's something I wouldn't even have thought of. Like, he handles things so well. It's something that we can't even come up with ourselves. But that's the beauty of recognizing that since he's not my enemy, I don't have to fight the battle. He has to deal with God at the end of the day. He has to deal with what God is going to do to make my situation good because it has to turn out good. So all I have to do, what Nehemiah did, no matter how many times he came, he stayed focused. He stayed focused. Okay, y'all, we got some more. Hey, that wall over there needs to, you're missing a part over there to that wall. And this part of the wall, it looks good, but you know, we need to add a little bit of something over here. He stayed focused. And when the messengers came, he said, I can't come down. Listen, I know that you have something oh so important to tell me about all the complaints you want to have about me. But at the end of the day, I am working on something great. And I can't come down. I can't come down for the foolishness. I can't come down for the frustration. I can't come down for the things people are saying about me. I can't come down for the he said, she said, maybe they thought.
Yeah.
I wonder what they're thinking.
Bring it.
I can't come down for any of those things. Because what I'm working on is great. But the purpose is such a great purpose that we cannot allow these things to distract us. So the words that continue to come to me was purpose. It's not my purpose. It's the purpose. It's my assignment. It's my part. How can I build the kingdom of God today? When I wake up in the morning, Lord, what is your assignment for me today?
Yes.
It's the same thing as yesterday or the day before or the last 20 years, because some people are like, I've been on this job for 20 years, what do you have me here for? But there is a purpose, there is a reason, and there is the assignment. And when we realize that it is the purpose, and I know that I am helping the person that's in the building over there, that's a believer, and that they're going through the same thing, but we're working toward the same goal. We're moving the same way. So when the difficulties in our home come, I have to stay focused on my assignment. Even when it comes to my children, I often have to remind myself that some of the most frustrating things that go on with my children, God has created me to be able to navigate through so that the world, they will be ready for the world, okay?
That's right.
I don't want them going out there frustrating people the same way that they frustrate me sometimes. But there's things that I can work through with them, and I can see like, okay, God, this is a character flaw, and I know that you want this better in them. So what am I going to do? I'm going to work through this, and I'm going to put some word on this. I'm going to teach them what the Word of God is saying about this, so that by the time you all see them, you're like, that's a really good kids. You don't know what work I had for you, but thank you. I appreciate it. Praise God. And so the tools being used against us by the enemy are not for us to try and fix. So I'm going to say that again. The things that the enemy is doing against you, your family, your assignment, they're not for you to try and fix. They're for you to say, okay, I told you to leave me alone, but since you did it, God, can you take care of this? God, can you take care of this? I want to take care of it. And the whole point is to stay focused, solely focused on the assignment. It's about focus. It's about assignment. So we no longer have to wonder, what is my purpose? Has anyone ever asked that question? What is my purpose? What is my purpose? You don't have to ask that question anymore. You have a purpose. As soon as you accepted Christ, you became a part. We're working together. We are a team. We are working together. And now, what is our assignment? How can you fulfill it so that my job is a little bit easier, my part, so that I can stay focused, not job, but stay focused on my part of the assignment. Because when we're all doing our assignment, the kingdom of heaven grows and grows and grows, but we all get to be in glory the way that God intends for it to be. So that's what I'm here for today, y'all. I just want to encourage you to stay focused, that the distractions are to distract you. But at the end of the day, God has already set something in place. So when they come at you, you're like, here you go. You can have it. I don't want it. I don't want to deal with it. So at the end of the day, you cannot come down.
That's right.
So good. That's so good. Didn't even know I needed to hear that today. All right, if I could have that.